Hello everyone, it's Leo and I'm here today with my Switch. I am playing Pokemon and I'm just shiny hunting. I'm just doing this because I like shiny Pokemon, and I'm doing this while recording a video because I'm here to talk about my opinion on Pokemon Sword and Shield. Actually on Pokemon Shield, since this is a version I played, but since there are no many big differences, I feel like it doesn't really matter. Why am I even saying this? Anyways, this is just a talk. It's just basically a vlog of me giving my opinions on this game, which sparked a lot of controversy on the internet for a myriad of reasons. Lots and lots of different reasons for people hating on this game or for people loving on this game. I don't even know. But before I start talking about it, I just want to show you. I don't think you're going to be able to see it because my camera is not that good. I film with my cell phone, but I was able to get a shiny Hatterene. No, this is Hatenna. A shiny Hatenna. I have a Hatterene, obviously. This is my favorite. She's my baby. I don't think you guys can see it, but my Hatterene is called Fortune, and the shiny Hatenna I called herself Tender. So, Fortune and Tender, if you watched Happiness Charge Precure, you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, I just want to give my 2 cents on this game since I'm a big Pokemon fan and I really like the game. I really like the franchise overall, and I was pretty excited for the new generation. Every time a new Pokemon generation comes out, I freak out a little because I love Pokemon. So, the first thing I want to say is that I was pretty excited for this game. My hopes were up, my spirit was up when it was first announced because I was in love with the Galar region when it was announced. The starter Pokemon were really nice. I like the English setting, kind of an English setting. I liked it. And so, it was very interesting. But Game Freak or Nintendo or Pokemon Company, I don't know, they took a very different approach when they were promoting the game before it was released. Because I remember with Sun and Moon, when Sun and Moon was released, we basically knew the Pokedex, the whole Pokedex of the Alola region. We knew every single new Pokemon, and there were very few surprises in the game itself. And now with this game, they took the other approach. They showed very little of the game. And so I was thinking we were going to have a very small generation of Pokemon. Well, it just was not the case. We got a pretty big generation of Pokemon. Oh, Sinistee. I wanted to get that special Sinistee, but I don't think I ever will. That antique version of it, the legit version of Sinistee. But anyways, yeah, so I felt that this generation was going to be very small. When the game started leaking and I started seeing the new Pokemon, I honestly started freaking out because I could see that the generation was going to be pretty big. And I was just very excited because I just love big generations. And so I just want to start this video talking about the Pokemon. I feel like this is one of the solidest, one of the strongest, and the most solid generations we have of Pokemon. The new Pokemon, they're very, very good. And I don't know people's general opinion on the Alola Pokedex, but I feel like people liked the Alolan Pokedex. They didn't really like the games that much. I don't know. But what I want to say is that I really love Alola. Alola was probably my favorite generation. The 7th generation was my favorite. But now I don't really know because the 8th generation is also amazing. I every single new Pokemon, there is a special charm about every single one of them. I don't even know how to explain this, but I had such a hard time while I was playing this game to create a team of 6. I always have a hard time doing this, but I feel like I've suffered more in this game specifically. I honestly suffered when I had to take out the Greedent from my team. And Greedent is a Pokemon, it's a very simple Pokemon, but I love normal Pokemon, and the Greedent smile, it just melted my heart every single time. And so I feel like I can't believe it made my Macaron confused. So, Greedent was a Pokemon I loved, and I was having a very hard time, creating a team of 6. But I ended up with a very nice team, and I loved my team so much. I still do love my team so much. It's very precious to me. But, I feel like this is a very solid generation with great, great, great Pokemon. I feel like there are lots of Pokemon from this generation that are like straight part of my favorite Pokemon because they are amazing. Okay, so now let's jump onto the story of this game. I feel like, honestly, the story portion of this game is the weakest part of it. If we're not really considering the graphics part, which is not the strongest asset, but I feel like the story was very, very disappointing. I know Pokemon is for kids, and when we're talking about kids stuff, we expect things not to be like very big and existential and everything, but storytelling is storytelling in any media. And I'm a very big consumer of kids media, like especially with Precure, you guys know. So I know that kids media can create entertaining and powerful stories just like any other media. And I feel like this game really dropped the ball in the story sense. Like the villains, like there is one villain basically. We don't get to see much of the villain, and we don't really understand what the villain is trying to do. And at the end of the day, I left on in the dark. I don't know if I disliked the villain or if he was just misunderstood or what was he actually trying to do. I didn't understand. Like the game does not try to explain you that, and I feel like that's a problem. But I feel like the story of the legendary Pokemon as well, it was very weak and not entertaining at all. But I feel like it picks up with the characters. I think that the story is not good, but the characters, oh my god. I just loved following those dorks around. Like I felt like my character was really making friends with people, was making nice connections with lots of different characters from this game. And honestly believing, I don't feel like there is a bad character. Apart from the villain of the game that we don't get to understand much, I don't feel like there's a bad character in this game. They all have their charms. And that's something I loved about it. I feel like another thing that was interesting concerning the characters is the fact that we have gym leaders that seem more active than in previous generations. And the team of gym leaders in this game is pretty interesting as well. I really liked it. I think this is probably my favorite generation in terms of gym leaders. And the gym battles as well, they felt like actual challenges and they felt like a big, important event with people cheering, people watching on the stage, on the stadium. It was so interesting to see. I absolutely loved this. And there's Kabu. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably know I'm deeply in love with Kabu. He is the love of my life. I am pretty sure of that. Kabu, I love you. And so, not only the personalities are pretty interesting, but the design of the characters is also something to take note of. They're all very nice. And I was honestly not liking Team EL, but when I saw their stories, I started enjoying them more. I started appreciating them more. And Marnie and Piers, they're a pretty interesting duo. And Hop is a very nice rival. He grows in the story. He gets existential crisis. He's a very interesting character as well. I loved following Hop. Hop deserves the best, and I don't get the hate. I feel like there are people that hate Hop, but I feel like the people that love him are like, I don't know if they're more vocal or if there are more people that love and understand Hop. I'm not sure, but I feel like Hop deserves love. Hop deserves love and, he deserves to be praised because, oh my god, he's precious. And then let's jump on to other things. I feel like the gameplay is okay. It's the same it's ever been, but it has new stuff. And I feel like one of the most interesting things, I'm not gonna say it's the most interesting thing because there is something more interesting that I'm gonna talk about later, is the wild area. The wild area is impressively nice. Even though it has some problems like some lagging and when you're logged in and it's online, it gets even more laggy. But it feels alive. It's an area you feel alive and you feel part of. You see the Pokemon walking around, you see stronger Pokemon than you. That makes a lot of sense in the Pokemon world. And you have to run away from them because if you don't run away from them, you're gonna get caught. And one single Pokemon can wreck your team because they're way over leveled. And the wild area, it has the dens with raids for you to take part of, which is pretty nice as well. Oh my god, what a cute baby. But overall it feels very nice, and I feel like the wild area is one of the most interesting things of this game, together with the raids. When I saw the Gigantamax Pokemon for the first time, I thought, this is not good and this is not interesting. This just feels boring, it just feels lazy. But in the game itself, it feels nice, it feels epic and powerful. The gym battles with them also feels great. I just really, really enjoyed the Gigantamax Pokemon, the Dynamax / Gigantamax thing. It worked pretty fine for me, and I feel like the raids are also very nice. They can be very frustrating when you get Magikarps, when you get Wobbuffets, when you get Solroks in your team. Oh my god, I get so angry. But overall it feels very nice, and the raids are hard. The level 5 raids are hard. Like it's hard to catch some of the Pokemon as well. That also feels very interesting because it's something that you have to try a lot of times to get. Like for example, I remember when I started playing the raids, I wanted a Gigantamax Sandaconda. And I just couldn't get it. I battled like 20 and I was not able to capture. But now I just learned more tricks. But when I started, it's a nice thing when you get to go on and play and learn while you're playing and talk to other people on the internet and try to get some tips with people that are playing more longer than you or people that discovered it before you did. So I feel like those type of experiences are very nice. But the best part of this game for me is the Pokemon camp. Like gameplay wise, the Pokemon camp is the best part of this game for me. And I really enjoyed it. I felt very happy playing it. I feel very happy playing it. And now my point for the game is to actually complete the curry decks. And so I feel like it's a very nice way of bonding with your Pokemon. And I'm a sucker for this kind of thing. I loved Pokemon on me, for example. I love playing with the Pokemon I have. I'm sorry, I'm just that kind of person. I really do like this kind of thing, and this kind of thing really gets me. And the animation of the Pokemon eating and having fun with you, it just captures my heart, and I just absolutely love this kind of thing. To wrap it up, I feel like the national dex is like we have 400 Pokemon only. Personally, I don't see that as a problem. I really had a lot of fun getting the Pokemon. I had a lot of fun capturing, trading, asking people for the harder ones. I cheated a little. But in general, it felt nice. I feel like this is a nice number to complete the national dex, So I'm okay with 400. That was never a big problem for me like it is for some people. My favorite Pokemon are not in the game, which are Jigglypuff and Jinx. They're not in the game. So, I'm not, maybe some people might try to say that I'm saying this because my favorites are here. They're not. Even though there are lots of Pokemon that I love that are part of the game, but I feel like them updating the games slowly is better. I feel like that. And I know that there are some sprites of Pokemon that are already here, like Primarina, for example. I love her, I love him, I don't know. But I love Primarina, and I know they're gonna add this Pokemon with some others that are already in the game, they're going to add those Pokemon somehow, and I'm very excited. I feel like this can keep the game alive for a long period of time, like they're doing the Gigantamax raids for Snorlax. So I just feel like this can be fun. Updating the game slowly can be fun as well. And there was another thing that sparked a lot of controversy, which was the animation of the Pokemon being reused for other games, because that was an excuse that they used. That's why the Pokedex was cut, but that was like that they had to animate every single Pokemon from scratch, and that was not the case. And I'm gonna say this, I feel like a company shouldn't try to trick the people, but again, I feel like Nintendo should take a little different approach with Pokemon. I feel like Game Freak is stumped with so many games that they have to do. Like they nowadays they released Let's Go last year. They released an RPG game this year, and they released Pokemon Sword and Shield this year. So, and there's even some articles on the internet saying that the staff were overworked and they worked hours they shouldn't be working. They worked more than the Indeedee. It's so hard finding an Indeedee here. Oh my god. But I have like more than one. I don't even know if I should try to kill it or capture it. Anyways, what I want to say is that I feel like sometimes they should maybe hire more people to work on the games to make things easier. But seeing how Game Freak is not a big company, it's understandable, because they had to create lots of animations from scratch. I'm not trying to defend a big company that's getting a lot of money, but I'm trying to defend those people that have overworked and probably outside the law in Japan to be able to make this game. Because, like, at the end of the day, I had the most fun with this game. I feel like the immersion is the best part of it. I felt really immersed in the game. I felt happy while playing it. I felt like I was the one that was going against the champion. I was the one that was, getting better each and every single battle. I feel like those Pokemon I have are my friends now. And those people I met in the game are my friends as well. And Kabu is my husband. I just felt that this game was alive. The experience overall is very good. And I do understand there are lots of criticisms to be made about this game. I do get it. But in general, I just had a lot of fun. And I'm still having a lot of fun because I still have some goals that I want to achieve by playing the game. But I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be playing it for a while. And I say this because it's been a long time. Again, it's been a long time since I played like this many hours in a single game. I'm in 90 hours already, and I don't want to stop. So it's been such a long time since I played 90 hours of a game without wanting to stop, or without getting tired of it. I'm gonna get tired of it. I know, I'm a Gemini. I'm gonna get tired. I get tired of things after a while. But for now, I'm having a lot of fun, and I still want to play more of it. I still want to, keep on. Right now, for example, shiny hunting and everything. I just love what this game had to offer. I just love, and I just feel like it's a great game, even though it has some problems, some laggy moments, and some problems in execution of the story and everything. But overall, a great game. And, as I said, a lot of fun is available here. So, I just have to enjoy it. But almost 20 minutes, and I don't think I have said anything special in particular. I just wanted to share. I just wanted to vent and, just talk about it a little bit and share my love for this game with you. And if you want to see more of me playing it or some videos of my gameplay, I sometimes post them on Twitter. And my Twitter is full of Pokemon. I'm sorry if you follow me on Twitter and you're not there for the Pokemon spam. I'm so sorry. But I just can't stop. Anyways, guys, I'm sorry for taking such a big time talking about Pokemon. but I promise that I'm stopping right now. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time. Bye bye.